All right, guys, welcome to the 4th of July special. The 4th live coding session that's going on for approximately 4 hours. Can you say Illuminati? Happy 4th of July. I didn't really know what to do today with my day off. So I figured we'd continue back into the live coding. I need to pick up React again. And yeah, so here we are. Let's we are 30 seconds into our 4-hour live stream. Let's see what we can do. So I forget how we start our project up. Is it just npm start? Let's try npm start. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, cool. Happy 4th of July, America. Okay, so, thank you, baby. So, we have to figure out some issues in our menu component here, which means I need to do a little bit of research on state and how it works. React Native. I know how to use state. I know what state is. I just don't know how to use it. How to use state in React. Well, let me think about it this way. What if we took out the state here?
In case you're wondering, I am having fun.
Yes. Thank you, baby. Maybe instead of modifying state, what we can do is say this dot props dot is expanded is equal to. Now, what's going on, guys? So happy 4th of July. I'm looking at this article real quick on the React docs. So I think the issue I'm having here is we have state here, and I want to update state. How do I add to state in a child component? So this initializes it, that's fine. So we want to update state in child component. Sorry, hey, I'm glad you're sticking with it, man. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think a workaround to get this to work is that we can put is expanded and expand our initialization of state here. And then in here, I don't think we touch state. I think we touch props. And we say this dot props. Is that right? And then here we say this dot props. Huh. No, I don't think the screen's blurry for you guys. Is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So, I'm not 100% sure, but I think a workaround to get this to work is that we can put is expanded and expand our initialization of state here. And then in here, I don't think we touch state. I think we touch props. And then here we say this dot props. Is that right? And then here we say this dot props. Huh. No, I don't think the screen's blurry for you guys. I mean, I would spend my time on JavaScript before I'd spend on Ruby. So what I want to happen here is on click, we have a so we've passed in is expanded. We're gonna set it to false here. Now how do I in the class name? All right. I came here with fire takes on Illuminati. Let's see. Class name can only evaluate strings. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look here at what we're trying to do. Yeah, feel free to speak up in chat. We are definitely going down the path of most resistance, trying to understand a few things. So class name, I believe the class, it's been a minute, about a week since I've touched this. That's our index.css. And what we want to happen, let's go ahead and launch a live server real quick. But I believe what we want to happen is, we have an is expanded. Yeah. We want to apply the is expanded class. This should actually be, let's go ahead and open this up. This will be something like localhost 4200. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this. So you can see it's not working. We're gonna fix that, I think. So we're trying to dynamically apply the is expanded class. So what this is it's a string though. I mean this dot props dot is expanded should be a string, right? Because props is just a state we're passing in. Alright, so before we try to do this for all of them, let's try to do it for one, right? So let's just clean this up. And in here, we'll do something like is expanded. We'll start here. Actually, I guess we should have just commented this out. Get it working again. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, so you can see we have that. It's showing because it's expanded. By default, it's nothing. There we go. because it's mobile. I believe if we do this, then you'll see that it's there. It's being expanded. Cool. Kind of what we were expecting. Except now, I need to apply this class dynamically. Let's looking at this. Can class name take in a function and return it? Okay, so it looks like that'll work. So toggle navigation. It looks like we can create a local property. I don't think we even need state for this. I think we just do this on a local property. So I think this is what we can do. I got an idea. For the time being, we'll comment this out, and so we'll say we'll just do a ternary here, where we'll say something like this. This dot navigation by default will be equal to an empty string, and this will actually be a string instead of a boolean. And that looks fine. Okay, so here we'll say this dot navigation is equal to, and we want to go ahead and set it to is expanded. Oops. I also just want to set to that. And I believe now when we say this dot toggle navigation, that will return it, that will toggle it. So we have toggle navigation, that's fine. And then here we'll say this dot get is expanded class. Let's see here. So I think how this might work is that it's only going to do it one time. Yeah, so I bet if we went and we set this dot is expanded here, it would show. Yeah, okay, so that's what's happening here. So we actually have to use state so it updates. So it's getting the class though, which is good. Okay, so the props are the state. I'm getting it now, boys. I'm getting it. The champ will be here today. By the end of the live stream, the champ will be here. All right. All right. So in here, by default, it's going to be false. However, the way that we want to toggle. So I think when we toggle, we'll say this dot is expanded. And instead of the navigation, we want to actually, we don't want this. So we can eliminate that property. We want to say this dot props dot is expanded. So we have access to it right here. That's what's throwing me for a loop, because it says it exists. Because props are passed in. Am I setting props up wrong? So props are passed in. That says that exists. Oh, do I have to pass it in? Is that what I have to do? Yeah, I think so. So, am I doing this wrong? So, like, this is our app component. And then we're passing state, I believe, as props. Show me the code. I am showing you the code. So I'm a pretty mellow dude for the most part, but like every once in a while I get this crazy idea where, like, when my girlfriend's talking on the phone with her family, just start screaming like I'm an insane person. Oh my god, you do this! Like break a plate real quick. Just keep the family on edge. That's sort of. Okay. Alright, so how to pass state to child component. Child component, that looks right. So we're passing the state, we're getting the state, and then how do I use it? This dot props dot stuff. So we're getting props, and so if I wanted to console.log this dot props dot, is it children dot, what does that do? Oh, Don't worry about that for the time being. Oh my god, I just want to see some stuff, man. Huh. Is anyone here familiar with React and what I'm doing wrong here? Because to me it seems like I should be able to access the props. We have the props. So here, it should be menu prop name. Okay. Any name you want it to be. So here we'll just all I need it to have really is this dust. All I need it to have is this dot. Oh, we can just pass the whole thing. So what we would name is state might be a reserved word. So app state equals am I missing something? I don't know. It looks pretty close to what you said do. And we were, by the way, we were getting access to it. It was console logging here. We just can't. So before we did this, we were getting access to the values. We just weren't able to use them because they said read only. Yeah, I think this might be have something to do. How's it going, guys? I wish I could figure out why I can't access props. It's like, here it is. Well, right now what I'm trying to do is just be able to display that value. So like, so you can see right here, we're logging the props, right? This dot props, and we have is expanded. What I would like to do in the short term here is just log it out. Log out that property. Do I need to create a public my props of type any? Say something like this. This dot my props is equal to, like a local reference. It's equal to this dot prop. It's equal to an object where we unwrap this dot props. Do I need to do something like that and say this dot my prop? I mean, this might be a bootleg workaround. Okay, and then we have access to this dot my props dot is expanded. I feel like I shouldn't have to do this, but honestly, we can worry about doing it the proper way. Down the road, I can't seem to get it to work. So what we're doing here is we're creating a reference to props, and then in here in toggle navigation, we're going to update state, and in state what we're going to do is we're going to return, and is expanded here isn't going to be a boolean. When we go to app.tsx, it's going to be an empty string. Save that. And then here in toggle navigation, we're going to say this dot my props dot is expanded if it's equal to, I guess because it's an empty string, it would be false. So if it's false, we want to assign is expanded, and because, or we don't even need this, so this is what I meant to do. Else return an empty string, and then this dot set state. Then in here, assign that. Now how do I set the state? Set state of is expanded to. What are you doing? What are you going to build using TypeScript? I'm just building a portfolio page. Unused expression? I don't know what that means. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, and then here, what I want this to return back is this dot my props dot is expanded. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, job boards are good, man. There's nothing wrong with job boards. Okay, so that's triggering it. That's fine. But oh man, why? It shouldn't be in the parent component. It should be in the menu component. It's an action of the menu. It's unique to the menu and it should stay in the menu. The parent component is nothing more than a container. Oh my god, man. Am I really gonna have to go take a React course to do this? So here's the options. We do something in D3. I don't really want to do that. We continue struggling with this React, but I think what's probably going to have to happen is I'm just going to have to go take a course. I think a lot of the issues we're having is because I'm trying to use TypeScript, which I think is good, but why we're having those issues, I don't really know. Or 3, let's build something in Angular. We could build something in Angular for a personal portfolio page and go from there. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Maybe Vue. I'm looking at Vue right now. God, this feels so much like Angular 1. Did anyone... How long would the course take you? I don't know, I'd probably do it. I'm looking on, there's not actually any React for TypeScript courses except a 1-hour one. I don't know. Well, I can't do the course live because, you know, that's content people made. Could do Vue, man. Vue's looking pretty simp. Bird did a one on Scrimba. I'm sure it's good, man. That guy's hard working. Let's do Vue. What do you guys think, Vue or Angular? Angular 2. Here's the pros and the cons. Pros for me. I get to learn Vue, but we kind of slow down, so it may not be super fun for everybody. The pros for Angular is I know it. We can knock it out. I don't really learn anything, though. That sounds like a really bad con, so I guess we're doing Vue. Vue it is, boys. I'm sorry we couldn't really get the TypeScript stuff. The course will be offline. So, I mean, look at that, dude. This is exactly like Angular 1. I mean, I know this is Hello World, but it's looking so much. It's looking so much like Angular 1 right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow the getting started. Sorry for those of you who wanted to react to TypeScript in Angular. Can't make everybody happy. Eric would be proud. Yeah, I should have Eric hop on here. Yeah, Eric, give me that red hot update, son. Oh, snaps. Look at that. The Vue's using Scrimba's tutorial. Good for them, dude. Good for them. Shout out to our boys at Scrimba. Much love, man. All right. So getting started. What happened in the series about April learning the code? She's actually been learning lately. I was helping her with some HTML and CSS yesterday, or 2 days ago. But basically what happened is both of us got sick of doing it, myself included. What is the ideal max width for a landing page? It should be dynamic. There isn't like a single one. How do you programmers take notes? I don't really take notes, dude. The only time I take notes is if I'm doing a book or something. Alright. So let's save that. And we're gonna follow some docs real quick. And if I remember correctly. Damn, Musk in the house. I said we were going to do a mobile first approach. And looking at the Vue, we can create data models relatively easily. Do they have a Vue with TypeScript? It looks like they do. Is CodePen any good? It's alright, man. I would recommend if you're interested in that sort of thing, just hand it in for the projects and whatnot, but it looks like I can just clone it. Let's see what happens here. So my TS lint's going insane right now. What is this this live coding about? A little bit of everything right now. I use TypeScript, Angular, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Webpack, Git, Jasmine, Karma. If I interviewed a candidate at my company, yes, how common is it for kids that have side projects? A lot of people claim to have side projects. A project you build one time and then don't do again isn't a side project, in my opinion, though. Alright, well, thank you, Daniel. Just NPM start, usually. Alright, so it's got to install. Wait, there's no install? Oh. I'm not in the folder here. Don't worry, guys. Gonna let that install real quick. It depends. Some projects we've used Bootstrap for the back office tools. Currently doing pure CSS or Sass rather. Alright, so installed. How do I start it? I don't need to init. I have the package initially. We have our tsconfig.json. Adding webpack. Webpack.config.ts. That's there. Add a build script, that's there. Create a basic project, that's there. Adding component, that's there. Single file components. Oh, maybe I just have to launch it. Maybe it doesn't need a... Can't get to work. Imagine that. Alright, boys. That's fine. We won't do it in TypeScript to start. We can always convert it later. Start something basic. And we can learn on our own. So I'm going to throw this up here. Alright, so we added the view. We're going to go ahead and create a new file here. It's going to be app.js, our app.js file. Oh, where's that JS fiddle I was playing with? Well, hello world example. Okay, cool. So if I understand this correctly, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new view object here. And in here, it has a couple items. One, it has a reference to an element. Actually, let's just copy this over and see if we can get it to work. In here, we're gonna head and this will come from the source. Well, that didn't work like this. What am I doing wrong? No, JavaScript plus no library, pure JavaScript. Did I not save it? Is there any code that's not being shown on here? Huh. Oh, apparently I need to load it in the outside of the script. All right, whatever. So 1 second, guys. I'm gonna grab some snacky food. All right, cool. I mean, I think you gotta purchase one. I might be wrong though. This all makes sense so far. Okay. Cool, yep. All right. So let's start like this. So app, we're gonna make this header. Looks like that works probably like a jQuery selector. Data will be name. Be Dylan C. Israel. Go ahead and add a title. The title's fine. It'll be titles. We'll make it an array, and it'll be something like engineer, YouTuber. I'm doing it this way so I can play around a little bit more on my own here. You know, let's not make it complicated on myself. Alright, so this should be blank. in the body, add a header. Header will add an H1. H1 will have within data, it will be name, oh my god, this feels so much like fucking this feels incredibly similar to what do you call it, to Angular 1. So we'll say anything in the header that is it's an H1. Go ahead and add a border dash bottom of 1px solid black. There we go. Cool. So I'm trying to look how to create reusable components in Vue. Oh shit! You know what, guys? I forgot I had a thing I was gonna plan to do with Eric. Program with Eric. He has a coding channel also. So I want to create a reusable component. We'll see what he says to say. Hey, let's just do it live. Alright, so I think I understand how to create a component. So here, well first, let's go back to Font Awesome. Let's just grab a random icon and make sure that's working properly. I don't want to download, dude. I just wanted to look at the icons, man. Okay. So if I did this correctly, when I throw this in her, excellent, we get an angry icon. So I think what we can do is this. So instead of throwing this in like that, what I want to do is I want to create a reusable component, an icon class. We'll rename this to social media dash icon, and what I think we're gonna do is export class view dot component, and in here we're just gonna call this social dash media dash icon, and then we're gonna have some props, which will be values that we pass in. So the only props I foresee us needing here is the class. So the first one will be class icon class, and then we have our template. Am I drinking essential oils? No, it's beer. Then in our template, we would take something like this. We have that. That might be it. What kind of beer? This is called Funky Buddha. I just grabbed it today. No, I don't really drink all that much. Okay, so now I have to see how to do string interpolation and huh. Alright, so it looks like we can bind so in here we're gonna pass in icon class. All right. So here we're gonna import all from slash component slash social media icon. Alright, let's do this. We can do it the dirty way first. We're gonna do it the dirty way. Hey girl, we doing it the dirty way. Alright, so I think if I set this up right, if I understand what I'm doing, is that social media icon will have a class, icon class. This will be equal to whatever I'm passing in. So And that didn't work, boys. All right. Uh, let's see here. Component example view. I'm trying to figure out how to do this component thing. It looks like it should be right. Oh my god, why? Why do you hate me so much? I'm a view god now after this video. Send me the next video. I don't want to talk about my L's. I just took another one yesterday. This literally is so similar to Angular 1, it's scary. Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's incredibly similar. God, this is so like it. Should we do something like that in my shit right now? So let's forget the component aspect since we can't get that working quite yet. But we could do something very similar. Or instead, we do like I, and we add a class, and this is going to be v-4 equal to icon class of icons. We can jump into here. We can do icons. This will be an array. We'll do let's just do I'm not sure if this is how we assign it or not. It doesn't appear to be the way. Alright, keep watching. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I'm starting to like Vue. I really did like Angular 1. I like Angular 2 even better, but Angular 1 was good. You can make a tribute page to Dolan. The dreaded dev. R.I.P., right? It's like so far this has been one second, guys. What have I been doing last half an hour? Learning Vue. On Scrimba.com. Shout out to our boys at Scrimba. I might have to ditch y'all though, unfortunately, because I'm about to do a live stream with my boy Eric here, and last time we weren't able to get the cameras to work on both, so if we're not able to, I might have to say bye-bye. Yeah. Alright guys, I gotta go do this interview thing I forgot about. I'll see you later. Sorry I didn't do the 4 hours. I was planning on it, but I'll probably be back. Actually, I'll probably go play some XCOM too. That's what I've been doing a lot lately. Then finish up these Vue tutorials. See you guys later. I gotta go. Business call.